All right, let's see if it allows me to bring her in now, because I'm really not sure what's going on. But I'm going to try to bring her in now. All right, let me see if it'll let me bring you in now. Oh, she's not on here yet, so once she gets back on, I'll try to bring her on. I'm not sure what's going on, but we're having technical difficulty. But we're going to work it out. Y'all said y'all could see her, but I could not see her. So let's see once she comes back on. That's my live has been doing that though for a good minute. Like y'all could see the person, but I couldn't see him. So let me see if it'll let me bring her on now. As soon as she gets back on, I'll try to bring her on. But while we wait, you guys need to go ahead and get your tickets to the Black Tie Culture Gala. It is October 14th from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. The early bird tickets go off sale on the 14th, which is in a couple of days. So if you have not gotten your tickets yet, make sure you go click the link in my bio and grab your tickets. I'm waiting on her to join back so I can go ahead and try to get her in. Also, if you guys have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure you go do that now. You can do that by clicking the link in my bio. We're going on September 2nd, made our 4th year of Rods and Vibes. So thank you to everyone who has been rocking with the movement the whole time. Thank you to the people who are brand new to the movement. Just thank you to everybody who watches the show and subscribe to the YouTube channel and are subsequently supporting the things that I have going on. Oh wait, let me see. So yeah, thank you. Hi. I'm waiting on Sasha to come on. Before I couldn't see her, but you guys said y'all could see her. So I may have to close out. Oh, there she is. Okay. I just saw her join, so let's see. No, I'm not really sure what's happening. It said I accepted your invite. So let's see what happens here. It's just sitting there now, so let's see. I see you, but I accepted your request. Let's see. Let me go back in. Okay.
Can you see me now?
I still cannot see you, but listen, we're gonna go ahead and do this thing because I feel like if I keep because it was doing this the other day, but I took the person out and brought them back in, and then I could see them. So
man, I'm sorry.
no, it's not your fault. It's yeah, it's me. It's me. I'm the problem. But I still can't even see that. Like, oh yeah, it says you're on here.
Yeah, I'm on here.
But I
Everybody else
can't.
see
Well, I know.
because they see it. They seen it in the comments. They can see me.
Oh, they said, okay. Well, we're gonna do this thing. I'm just gonna have to improvise since I can't. I can only hear you. I cannot see you. So we're gonna talk about it. So first, I want to tell you thank you for taking time out of your schedule to sit down and talk to me because I know you are out on that road working at this point.
Yes, I'm definitely in the truck right now.
So like I said, first I want to tell you thank you for that.
Oh no, thank
For taking the time to
you.
pull over and sit down and talk to us. This has been a long time coming. I think it's literally been years since you've been on the show, huh?
I think it's been like 2 years now. I think the last time I came on here, it was right before the Gucci versus Jeezy versus.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
So it's been
Yep.
about 2 years.
So with that being said, welcome back
Thank you.
in my Jeezy voice.
Welcome back. Hey.
And you have had a lot going on since the last time we spoke.
Yes, ma'am.
You used to be living on a whole nother side of the world,
In Miami.
right? And you also were doing something totally different than what you're doing now. So let's just talk about that a little bit.
Yes.
For
So
everybody that's been under a rock and they don't know what you were doing, tell everybody what you were doing before you moved away from Miami.
So I'm still running my mobile mechanic business, Smooth Moves Auto and Diesel. I work as a mechanic. I work on auto, I work on diesel, I work on boats, heavy equipment. Like my tools don't discriminate. If it need to be worked on, if it need to be broke down, whatever. I tell people I'm like the hood AAA. I don't care if you're at your sneaky link, if you're at the barber shop, at work. If you need me, I'm pulling up. I'm taking care of you. I'm making sure you're right. I got into being a mechanic because I wanted to help women. I got tired of women like telling me these horror stories, and when they would go into these shops and they'd be like, yo, these people, are they messing me over? I got kids, I got this and that. And I was like, yo, I gotta be like the Rosa Parks of this thing. I gotta come in and assist. Like, I gotta help because I'm all about women. I'm all about women empowerment. So I was raised by two strong Black women that was single and raised me at the end of the day. So I just feel like it's just my purpose that God has given me to just help people. I mean, I help everybody. I don't want to feel like it's just only women, but I really just got a soft spot for the women. But I
Right.
help anybody.
Absolutely.
So that's
So
my biggest thing.
so you moved. So you were down in Miami, um, running your mobile mechanic or running your mechanic business.
Mm.
And by the way, I don't know if I think you might have said it, but you work on diesel, right? You're a diesel by trade. You're a diesel mechanic, right?
Yes, ma'am. That's what I went to school for.
Right. Right. So when I first came across you, I just thought, well, I came across you by like being into the cars, but when I found out you were a diesel mechanic, I was like, oh my God, that is so amazing. Like, first of all, I don't feel like I come across diesel mechanics all the time, but I definitely don't come across female diesel mechanics, which is super dope.
I love it, man. Which is crazy because I actually originally had went to school to like get into like engine performance because I like racing and things like that.
Hmm.
So my counselor was like, "Look, I know you like going fast. I know you want to build motors and do all that." But then she was like, "Yo, get into diesel. Diesel is the way." And this was back in like 2014. And I was like, I mean, diesel's cool.
Right.
I was like, but I'm not really interested. But I was like, I'm gonna mess with it anyway. She was like, do a dual program because I was going to UTI up in Chicago. So she was like, look, do a dual program where you could do auto and diesel. Just see how you like it. So when I got into like deeper into the diesel, I was like, yo, they make some good money. And then on top of it, it was like I went from like fighting with cars where I was coming back with scratches looking like I was fighting a cat. So now I'm in these big engine compartments where it's like, man, I fit in here and it's so much more room and make more money. It's diesel go further than just vehicles. You got generators, you got marine applications. I mean, you just got so many different things, and it kind of opened me up because I was like, I was at a point where I was like, am I thinking too big? And I was like, no, I'm thinking too small. Let me
Right.
step up my game, and kind of do other things. And that's what promoted me to get my CDL. Because I was like, as a diesel mechanic, I had to have a CDL because if a truck breakdown, I have to be able to go get the truck, or if I have to test drive it or whatever the case may be. I want to just put myself in a position where they can't tell me no. Because I mean, when I was going to school and when I got into this industry, it wasn't that many women. Like, it
Right.
wasn't none at all. Even when I went to school, it was one other woman that was in school with me. So, it wasn't too many doors that was open when I got into it. And I had to literally come in and kick those down. So I had to get my CDL. I got all my endorsements. I went through schooling, multiple schools up in UTI, up in Chicago. I went to school in Nashville at Nashville Auto Diesel College. I went to Memphis at Veteran College. So, I mean, I made sure that when I walk in these people's faces, they can't tell me no because my resume speaks for itself. And then I got the personality for it too. Like I'm not no pushover. So it's like they be like, "Oh, she's cute, she this and that," and be like, "Nah, let me come on in here and show you how it's done." So that's kind of. I mean, I'm a Taurus, so you already understand.
Right.
I ain't taking no for an answer.
The best sign ever, by the way.
Yes, all day.
So fast forward to you being in Miami, running your business. You said you already had to get your CDLs because you had to be able to move the trucks when you worked on them and stuff. What made you eventually leave Miami and go to Louisiana
Well,
and start doing what you do now?
I went to Houston first.
Okay.
So, I actually was sitting there, and I'm a spiritual type of person. I feel like there's a difference between spiritual and religious. So I'm a spiritual type of person, and when God tells me to make a move, I don't question it.
Right.
So even though I was making good money, even during the pandemic, I was making good money with my business and whatnot. God was like, "Yo, it's time to make a move," and Texas was the move, and I was like, "You sure?" You know, I kind of like Key West. I kind of like my seafood, you know. So
Right.
I was like, all right. So I packed up my stuff, found me a job out there. I was working for Metro out in the bus company out there. Found me a crib out there in Katy. Packed up all three of my cars and went out there. And it was a good move for me. You know, it was a lot cheaper for one. And I started my business out there. I got deeper into diesel and things like that. And then I went from Houston, and it's actually crazy. Like I was going back and forth to New Orleans like all the time. Like of course, quite naturally, it's only 5 hours away. So I'm like, ooh, party, ooh, po' boy, gumbo,
Right.
yes. So I was back and forth so much that I was like, yo, I should just get a crib here. Like I wasn't even thinking that deep into my business. I was just like, yo, I'm just gonna get a crib here and whatever. And my best friend, rest in peace to him, we had a long conversation. I was driving on the way to New Orleans, and I was like, man, you know, I'm really feeling in my spirit. I was like, you know, what you think about me expanding my business? As much as I'm here in New Orleans, I can have clients in New Orleans and have my clients in Houston and do both. Why not? You know, why limit myself?
Right.
And we talked for like 2-3 hours. He was like, yeah, Tiff, you know, go ahead and do it. You a hustler. You know, you got the mindset, you know, people need your services and stuff. And I'm like, I'm nervous, I'm scared. I'm like, I ain't got no family down here. I'm like, how I'm gonna do it? He like, don't worry about it. Just jump out there. You'll figure out the rest. So long story short, he ended up committing suicide. And right when we got off the phone, and it really tore me up. And I was like, yo, at this point, I gotta see this through now, because he gave me like my blessings with it and everything that happened. I was like, you know what? I don't care if I believe it or not. I gotta make this happen at this point. And eventually it came to a point where I was like, I kind of like Louisiana more. And I just made the full jump over to here to New Orleans. And that was one of the best things ever. Like, I love it here in New Orleans. Like, I gained a couple of pounds eating all the food, but I love it. So that's
So
what's that.
so so then what made you end up taking the step to actually start driving trucks?
So I had always wanted to drive because my grandma was like before I got my CDL and all that, like I used to drive like every weekend I used to pack a duffel bag and be gone. Like my grandpa taught me early on how to read maps. So before GPS was really a thing, I know how to read maps. So I mean, I would literally be like, "Yo, where you stay? Oh, you live in Carolina? No problem. I'm on the way over there." Like I'd have been so many places in my red Camaro. A lot of people have been following me a long time. Like I went a lot of places in that red Camaro. So my grandma was like, you always going somewhere. You just need to get your CDL and just be a truck driver. And I was like, I don't know, something about when I came into last year, I was like, you know what? I'd had my CDL since March 17, 2018 on St. Patrick's Day. And I was like, you know what? I wouldn't mind driving. I know how to drive stick. You know, I got all my endorsements at this point. Why not? So a lot of the companies that like I was applying for, they would not give me no play. They like, oh, we understand you know how to work on trucks, but you don't have no experience driving it. We don't want to give you the opportunity. And I'm like, you know, people gonna say no, but all it takes is that one yes, you feel me? So I don't even remember applying for Cisco. Cisco hit me up, was like, yo, I applied for a delivery driver. So I was like, let me just get my feet, you know, wet, because I don't know nothing. So when I went to the interview, me and the guy clicked so hard. He was like, yo, you got to do a road test and a stick shift. I said, no problem, come on. He was like, you gotta carry a 53 footer. I said, get in the car, bro, let's go. I'm confident in that way. So I do my little test. So we driving down the road. He was like, He was like, no, I don't want you to be a delivery driver. He was like, I want you to do shuttle. I was like, well, what shuttle? I don't know what shuttle is. He was like, you got your doubles and triples endorsement. I said, I sure do. He said, no problem. He said, we don't have a job. He said, but we going to create one with you if you want it. I said, well, sign me up. If you going to create a job, but sign me up. So they came back the next day and offered me the job. They went down to corporate and said, look, I know this job is not available, but we really want this girl. She got all her endorsements, everything. I believe in her. And they created a job for me. So when I got to the job, one of the guys, the older guy, he didn't want to train me. He said, no, I'm not training no girl, because they had never had a female before. So he was like, oh, no, I'm not training no female. You know, he old school. Oh, no, da, da, da. So shout out to my mentors, my boy Rod P and my boy Dixon. They said, don't worry about it. Come on over. And they Tauruses. So that look at God. So they
Right.
said, don't worry about it. We going to teach you everything you know. So I was nervous. I said, I ain't never put a trailer. I ain't never put no double trailers for sure. I'm like, how my little 5'3" so gonna pull around this dolly? I said, oh Lord, I'm gonna mess up. So they said, don't worry about it. We gonna teach you. Within a week, I started hooking up on my own. Within a month, they let me out on my own, and I've been doing. It's been over a year now. So shout out to my trainers. Like, they believed in me. They stayed on me. They taught me everything, how to drive in windy conditions, rainy conditions, making sure to check, my connections and everything. Like, they stayed on me. And even when I left Cisco, I still talk to them every single day. So if I run into a problem, it ain't nothing to pick. Hey, I'm nervous about this. Hey, bro, I don't know. And they be, oh no, Tiff, you got it. You got it, man. Just go on out there. And they proud of me and they give me my kudos. So, I done got shouted out in Cisco as being the only woman shuttle driver in the Gulf Coast. And then I came over here to US Foods, and they really kind of let me expand my wings. And I've just been thankful, man, because last year I didn't even think that I would be here. And for women to be hitting me up like, yo, I got my CDL because of you. And I be having, people coming out of high school like, yo, I got my CDL because of you. And everybody love the wiggle wagon movement. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, I was over here just playing, but everybody was like, yo, I love it. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I never thought when I was chasing my dream that it would inspire other people. Like, I really was just like, yo, I just want to do it just because somebody told me I couldn't do it, and I'm here to prove it. And
Right.
now I got this whole movement going on, and I'm like, yo, I just really have seen just how good God has been, man. Like, I can't thank him enough, man. I'm a girl from Detroit, coming from the hood, and to be in the position I'm in now, I'm just thankful. And I'm raising a little girl that's heavily inspired by me, and I couldn't ask for nothing more, honestly.
Well, here's the thing. That's a true testament to the fact that what God got for you is for you. You get what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So all them no's, all them obstacles that you went through, and then for that one person to say yes, that's what I try to tell people all the time. When they close the door, go through the window. You get
Go
what I'm
through the
saying?
window, baby.
It might take a little longer. It might, and I used to be the type of person that'd be like, oh man, I'm so disappointed that person who could have put me on did not put me on, because but I feel like that builds character.
It does.
Think about if you had somebody that just put you on, would you have the same character that you have now? Would you be as thankful and grateful and humble as as you are now? Like, those are the things that, this is the reason why. Oh, I feel like I'm getting emotional. This is the reason I created Rise and Vibes, right? Because I mean, you've been down with me for a long
I
time. So
remember that
you
conversation when
remember
I
when I
first flew
used
to
to tell
Houston.
you how them
Right.
folks used to leave me on red, not respect the fact that, I won't say like I'm on the level of an Oprah Winfrey or a journalist or anything, but I'm really working. I'm not coming on here to flirt with them. I'm not coming on here to not, like, I'm really doing a job. But they used to
Right.
leave me on red. I mean, I know me and you used to have conversations about this, them leaving me on red and not wanting to come on the show and stuff like that. And things like your story inspire people like me to, just still keep going, because they still do it. It's just not
And they
as
gonna
much
keep
as
doing
it used
it.
to be.
But you know what?
But
Everybody not for you. You have to understand that, no matter what you do, how great you do it, everybody's not gonna rock with it. And you gotta be okay with that. And then some people you don't want around, because energy is real, man. Like, energy cannot be destroyed, it can only be transferred or transformed. And you have to really watch people that you have around you. So
Right.
the right people is the people that's rocking with you. And I can honestly say between you and my sis Coco, like y'all inspire me. Like little do you know, like I y'all inspire me, especially because y'all go so hard in the racing world. And I miss that aspect of myself because I be so busy with trucking and working on cars that I can't be in the racing stuff like I be. So I watch y'all stuff and I watch y'all go hard. And I know your story and I know her story. And I know a few other women's story, you know, Miss what is it, Miss Slick Rim lady.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
love her because I love him too. So I love her. Like people that I watch Miss Super Sport, people that I watch, you know, over the years. It's a lot of people that don't know that they inspired me. Cause it'd be some days I'd be like, man, the hell with this. I don't care. I be crying. I'm a sensitive thug, okay? So it be sometimes I get on here and I look for inspiration and y'all are the people who inspire me. So, you know, if it's anything that I can do to help y'all or encourage y'all or support, you know, I got your t-shirt. I be out here rocking and anything else. So,
Thank
you know, I just try, I love what us as queens is doing, man. It's like, hey, you can't stop us, man.
you. Right.
Can't stop, won't stop. Hey.
Do you ever, uh, well, let me speak for myself. I know you know AR from Texas, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I used to be like, AR, you know, I'm so disappointed that the men don't support the women more. They don't support nothing that we, you know, they don't support a lot of the stuff that we do. And AR looked me dead in my face and said, KP, if you consistently worrying about the people who don't support you, the people who do support you might be like, dang, she ain't even taking note of the fact that I'm supporting her. So you can't worry
Right.
about who don't support you. You got to worry about who do support you. And ever since then, I just don't let it bother me. But it really used to bother me. I'd be like, dang, you know, we do a lot of supporting of these dudes. And for them not to support us in the way that we feel like they should, that's messed up. But ever since then, I just don't let it bother me. Does it ever bother you, or did it ever bother you that you felt like dang, you consistently around all these guys and the support does not look like you feel like it should? Did that ever bother you?
From the jump, it always felt like that. Like I said, when I came into the mechanic game, it wasn't no women, and it definitely wasn't no women that looked like me. You know, they
Right.
definitely would, because I'm still girly at the end of the day. So it wasn't no girls looking like me. I had guys that told me that I was supposed to be in the kitchen making sandwiches, pregnant and barefooted. How dare I be over here working on cars? You know, I had one guy that came at me talking about, well, you know, how can I trust that you're gonna remember to tighten up a lug nut? Or whatever the case may be, like you're not strong enough, you're not this and that. When I got in the trucking, like I said, the guy didn't even want to train me. He was like, I'm not training no female. And you're not even, they had a bet on how long I was going to stick around or if I was going to mess up, you feel me? And for me, of course, some days it got to me. But I think my support system really helped me out when I would go behind the scenes and be crying like, man, they talking about me, they dragging me, they want to see me down. And I just got to a point where my famous words is fuck them and fuck it has been, and that ain't got shit to do with me because I'm not here to babysit nobody's insecurities. Okay,
Right.
if you feel some type of way about it when I come in the room, that means I'm doing my job. Because when you come in the room, I don't feel no type of way. I love it.
Right.
I want to do anything I can to help anybody who's trying to feed their family, who out here trying to chase their dream. I'm 100% behind it. So if you don't feel the same way and I threaten you that bad, that's good.
Right.
Great. Because the same people who don't believe in you, trust me, 10 years from now, if that, when they see everybody else riding, they going to try to ride too. And you notice that even with like the racing game, you know, some of them guys that wasn't that fast and now they got a motor or they got a name for themselves. Now all of a sudden, oh, that's my boy right there. Oh, this, and that. Like, bro, just 3 years ago, you was Dragon fam. And now
Right.
you over here riding his coattail. So I
Right.
feel like my grandma always told me, them tables always, she said, baby, don't worry, them tables always turn. And that's the truest statement ever. All you got to do is just wait around. People, it just comes back around. And just like AR said, you really can't worry about it. When
Right.
you worry about that, you take away from the attention of people that do rock with you. And there's so much love out here for people that love you and what you got going on and love me and for what I got going on. That it really don't matter. And the more hate you got, the better you doing. They hating on Jesus. You think you any different?
Right. Right. Right.
You
Right.
know, and that's the way you got to think about it. Like, you know what? Even, and you know what? One person I love to death is Vert Season. Vert Season told me the realest shit ever. Like, when I first started my business, he was my very first customer. He said, you know what, T? He said, look here. When he first started his business, because he was working at another place, and I was like, look,
Right.
I was like, I really believe in you. I said, you need to be out here doing your own detailed business. I said, you working for these folks. They talking to you anyway. They treat you any type of way. You need to put a worth on what you work. I said, go
Right.
out there. I'm going to help you out. I'm going to help you with the LLC and different things like that. So when it came to my business, he did the same thing. And you need people like that that'll help. But he told me the realest thing. He said, yo, he said, every day I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. He said, I go and sit on the couch. He said, I don't even care if I ain't got no clients or no clientele. He said, I still sit there. He said, because there might be a chance that somebody might call me and I need to be ready. And when he told me that, I took it to heart. So every day I get up, I don't care what I got going on. If I ain't got no clients booked, if I ain't got to go to work, whatever, I'm up, I'm ready. I'm investing in myself, you know, whether if it's tools, education, you know, I'm supporting other people. I'm doing everything I can, because even if it's not my moment this week, it might be my moment next week. And
Right.
sometimes God tests you to see if you're going to support other people, if you still going to praise him even in the midst of your struggles. Because trust me, it has been some hurricanes, some storms. It's some moments where I was like, you know what? I think I might just go be an office assistant. This might not be for me. I think I'm
Right.
good, you
Right.
know. So it was just really just people like Verse Season and just other people that just really was like, yo, and people that hold you accountable. Those are the people that are your friends. People that be like, yo, what is you doing right now? You could be doing more. You could be doing this. You know what? Matter of fact, let me share this. Oh, you got a
Right.
t-shirt? Let me buy this. Here, I know I could go down here and get a car wash over here, but I'm going to travel 10 miles to go mess with you because I know I got the following. So if they see me get my car wash, they going to follow it too. You feel me? It's
Right.
just, let me scratch your back so you can scratch mine. And I got friends like that. And I had to learn that too, that everybody's not your friend. Some people are seasonal.
Right.
Some people are just bridges across the water. And you got to learn how to differentiate who's
Right.
your friend and who's just the bridge across. You can't put everybody in every category. You got to have some friends in certain categories. And it is what
Right.
it is. Some people that's going to ride with you throughout the whole season. Some people that's going to switch up. Some people that's going to do different things. All you can do is worry about you. What they say, you know, all I can do is control what I can, and I get the rest of God. Like, I can't worry about what I can't control. I
Right.
can't worry about who don't like me, who want to see me fall, who want to see me win. Like, you know, all I can do is be the best example that I can be at the end of the day. And if it inspire you, cool. And if it don't, well, hell, it's a million other people out here.
Right. Yeah. I I mean, here's the thing when it comes to that too. Like you said, if you don't like me, that's not my problem. That's got something to do with you. Cause especially if you're a likable person. Now I can see if you was just a effed up person. But
Right.
if you're a likable person and people just don't like you, then that's just something personal
It
within
is.
them. They got issues. They not in tune with their star player. Cause one thing about us Taurus is we is always in tune with our star player.
Definitely. I'm trying to tell you.
So in reference to you spoke a little on your daughter. Would you like for her to grow up and be a mechanic, or what would you
So
like for her?
when it comes to her, like, I've learned as a parent to like not project my wishes and dreams on her. I have just gotten to the point where, because she's 15, so you know, I'd be like, yo, would I love for you to be a mechanic? Sure, of course. But if it's not your thing, don't be upset about it. Like, I don't want you to chase my dream. I want you to chase yours. And hey, baby daddy, and whatever you choose to do, I'm going to support you, because my job is not to tell you what to do. My job is to guide you. Your
Right.
footsteps have already been ordered. Your path has already been destined for you. I want you to do whatever's happy for you. You know, I want you to take my work ethic, of course, but whatever you choose to do, whether you be a lawyer or you be a YouTube influencer, whatever you choose to do, make sure you put your heart in it. Make sure you be dedicated into it. And I'm rocking with you, whatever you choose to do. So she told me at some point she thinks that she might, because she see me do it. But if nothing else, baby girl promotes the business. Like, she be talking to her friends like, yeah, I see that your mom's car was making a noise. My mom works on cars. Maybe she can help you with that. I'm going to give you her number. Like, my baby is like my number one supporter. Like, she be out here. I be getting random phone calls like, who is this? And they be like, yeah, I met your daughter. She said you work on cars. And I be like, please let me know before you start giving out my number. But thanks. She definitely be the number one supporter. She be recording stuff. she be bragging on me. And I think that's major because I was kind of nervous. Like, you know, I'm not a typical mom, you know, that's like a nurse or whatever the case may be, but she's 100% behind it. She brags about me. Like, she thinks it's the best thing ever. She's proud of me. She tells me that she's proud of me. So that enough in itself is like, when I feel like giving up, it's like, man, like, I feel like I'm the first real woman in her life, and I'm the example. I'm setting the standard. So I go hard. Like, I go hard off of that. Like, I don't care about getting rich. I don't care about having, you know, the biggest house, or I do care about having a lot of cars because I genuinely love cars. But I don't care about
Absolutely.
material things, man. I just want to leave a legacy. I'm trying to create generational wealth. I want to make sure that she's good, her kids is good, everybody behind me is good, you know, and that's my biggest thing, man. I just want to make sure that we good because I'm about to be the next big mama of the generation, you know?
You're right.
So
Um,
that's the way that I take it.
how do you feel about, do you have plans to possibly just go ahead and buy your own truck?
Um, I don't know yet. So I actually have my logistic company. PGM Logistic was PGM Freight and Dispatch. So PGM stands for Pretty Grease Monkey. Because, you know, mechanics usually call themselves Grease Monkey. So I call myself the Pretty Grease Monkey, but I call it PGM. So currently right now I'm a dispatcher. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I was eating earlier. I'm currently going to be offering dispatcher services and also freight broker. Because while I
Mhm.
like driving, I like that side of it. I like the business side of it.
Right.
And I want to help other truckers out here. I want to help people get money. I'm really good with logistics. I'm really good with like negotiating things. And then I'm also teaching my daughter to dispatch as well because, you know, I want to just keep it in the family and I want to give her something to like be motivated with. So she really enjoys it. You know, I let her, whatever she books, she keep the money. We have a savings account. I set up an IRA, you know, so we can have our own investments going on and things like that. And I just try to set her up right. So that's what I'm currently into. I don't really know if I'll get my own truck. I don't know if I'm too much interested just for things that's going on. I just don't
Mhm.
know. I think I'm more into the logistics side. I like my wiggle wagons, but I'm gonna let somebody else do it. Get somebody else to do it.
So let's move on to talking about the cars. Now, for those that don't know, what are the three cars? It's still three? Is it more
It's
than three now? I
three.
don't know.
And
What are your cars?
they're not cars, they're valued members of the family.
Okay.
So I got one of my dream cars, which is the 96 Impala SS. I call it Keisha. And I call it Keisha because Belly is one of my favorite movies. And in Belly, Nas did this dope introduction to Keisha. He was like, you know, she black and beautiful, Naomi Campbell like. So I love Keisha. So she's Keisha. But when she get on my nerves, she hood rat Keisha. Because, you know, she be acting like a little hood rat sometimes. But Keisha is
Right.
one of my dream cars. I fell in love with it when I was like in high school. I dated a guy that had one that used to pick me up in it. Like where everybody else was trying to get picked up in foreigns, I was trying to get picked up in big body cars. Like I've always been into old school cars. So he
Right.
had a DCM one, and I had a DCM one. I had a dark green gray metallic one, and now I got the bad to the bone black. So that's my daily driven car. That's my baby. I'm a Chevy girl for life. Then I got a Stella. Stella is my TA 392 Challenger. That's where I get my Instagram name for. So I barely drive it actually. I've been driving that car like 2 months now. It's got like 44,000 miles on it. Like it's practically brand new. Hey, if anybody out there wants to buy it, holla at your girl because it is going for sale. And then
What?
my last, yes, you know, Dodge is not really for me. I'm a Chevy girl,
Yeah.
and I'm just
'Cause
the
when
Challenger is
you had that
cool.
Dodge, I was like, ugh.
Not even that, like everybody named mama got one. It's kind of like having a Nissan at this point. Like everybody got a Challenger, everybody got a Charger. You know, it was fun in the first couple of years, but it's like, I like because it's like when I pull up at the
I can't. Did you? I can't hear you. Can y'all hear her? I cannot.
here we go.
Oh, oh, okay. I
Can
can
you
hear
hear
you.
me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, I was getting a call.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm good on it. When I pull up to the gas station or whatnot, people like, oh yeah, we like this plum crazy purple, but yeah, no, when I pull up in that 96 though, like when the old heads come out from the liquor store with that cigarette, hanging
Right.
on the end. They be, man, I remember when I had one of them. Oh, is that a 96 right there? Man, that's clean right there. Man, tell your husband he got a nice car. I be like, my husband? Boy, this is my car. So on the back of my license plate, it say Lady 96. And people still think it's a dude's car, no matter how much I'm into the car, no matter how much I do to it. They think it's a dude's car. And I be like, it's okay. I ain't really tripping. Whatever. I'm still cleaner than all y'all baby mamas coming down. So it's all good.
I
And
wonder why
then
people do that to us.
I don't know. Like even my Challenger, like even though my name, my Instagram name is all over it, they still think it's a dude's car. But I'm like, whatever. I'm not here to prove nothing to nobody. It'd be whatever.
Yeah.
So then I got my last one is my Tahoe. I call it my light skin hoe because it's beige. So I was like, it's my light skin hoe, but it's my work hoe during the week, and it's my light skin hoe on the weekend. So, but I love my Tahoe. It's an '05. It's got the 5.3 in it. I got nothing but V8s. So I love it, man. I like being able to switch up. I do my mobile mechanic business out my Tahoe. So it's like, again, I'm like the hood AAA, but for the most part, I daily drive Keisha. Keisha is my girl. Me and Keisha have been through a lot. We'd have been broke down on the side of the road. We'd have been broke down the parking lots, fixing on with a crackhead mechanic. Like, I done been through some real stuff with Keisha, man. So I don't have the Jeep anymore. The Jeep, first of all, if anybody's out there looking for a WK1 first generation SRTA Jeep, don't do it. Chrysler is trash. I'm sorry, Chrysler, but you're trash, okay? It was trash. I went through so many CV axles. I went through so many transfer cases trying to race it. I was over it quick. I'm good. My Tahoe, that bad boy sat for months. I put some brakes on it. I put some tires on it. I put some snow in the hole. It rolled all the way back to New Orleans 7 hours and didn't give me no issues. The bad boy been leaking for years and it still crank up every time. So I'm always gonna keep a Chevy, okay? No, I'm good on it.
So
So
somebody
that's
asked
it.
if you don't own it currently, what is your dream car to own?
A 72 Chevelle SS and a 63 Impala SS because I want a lowrider. Shout out to Spitter Currency. You
Hmm.
know, he definitely motivated me with the lowrider movement. I'm working on trying to get a 63 Impala SS 2-door, you know, with a convertible or whatnot. That's like my dream right there. I definitely want to be hitting switches, coming down a street on threes. And I definitely want to be a part of cruise life, like for real. Like, so that's one of my dreams. But a 72 Chevelle SS is another one that's sentimental to me. I want the horseshoe shifter, all-wheel disc brakes, factory AC. Like, the Chevelle is where it is. I like a Nova, an 87 Monte Carlo. Definitely would like that. T-top, of course. I'll take a hard top, too. I definitely want an 89 IROC because my birth year is 89, so I got to have something in that. And then my other daily driven car that I want is a 2002 WS6 Trans Am T-top as well. Shout out to Eastside TV, F Body Gang, and my boy
What?
Britton who passed away who had one. So yeah, no, I want some cars. I
You
feel
got
like I'm
so
spoiled,
many.
and it's plenty more. I just I don't want to take up your time.
What about trucks?
If I did trucks, I definitely want an old pickup truck with 3 on the tree. I
Mhm.
recently had a chance to be able to drive a truck with 3 on the tree. I thought it was so cool because I love stick shift. I'm a stick shift type of girl. So I want an old like 50s, 60s pickup truck with 3 on the tree. I wouldn't mind like a short bed Silverado, or I love a C10, like a 70 square body. Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah.
I love them C10s, man. Them
I
C10s so sexy, man.
I would love a short bed, 80s
Oh,
model short
I
bed.
like the 80s
Yeah,
too, man. I mean, you can't go
80s
wrong
model
with a
short
pickup
bed.
truck.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just because I want to,
Um,
the country girl in me just want to sit on the back of a tailgate, drinking some whiskey, watching football games. I'm a huge football fan, college football, roll time. Hey, SEC Network, we back live, baby. So I'm blue and yellow all day too. Shout out to Michigan.
so where do you see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years?
My biggest thing right now is I want a building and I want to teach kids basic automotive skills. Like I basically want to have like a rec center, like the Boys and Girls Club, YMCA type thing. I want to have it to where we can have like a safe space where kids can come to after school. I could teach them how to work on cars. You know, they could come in, they can have a space where they could work on their project cars. Because that's something I wanted as a kid. I wanted somewhere where I could work on my car. And a lot of people do. So that's where I see myself being a teacher. I see myself being somebody that's respected in the neighborhood because I love the community. I want to buy the hood back. I want to build back the places that have been forgotten. You know, there's poverty infested, and I want to bring it back. I want to have food trucks. I want to have back to school events. Like, I want to focus on the kids because that's how we're going to be able to change this generation around, by starting with the kids.
Right.
We need safe spaces for the kids. I want to work on mental health. You know, I've been talking to a lot of men. You know, men don't feel like they have safe spaces to be able to vent. They feel like we don't care about them. We don't, you know, we feel like, hey, shut up, be strong, you know, go provide for the family, and that's all. And I don't want that. Like, I want somewhere where people can come and they can talk. Like, I love the shot. The shot this season has really been good when it comes to men and their mental health. Like, I just want to create safe spaces for us and our community and what we got going on, man. I want the kids to be good and be safe. I'm tired of the gun violence. I'm tired of the nitpicking each other, everybody hating. You know, I just want to get back to how we used to be in the 90s and the 2000s where people came together. I miss the backyard parties and the block parties. Like, when I went out to Philly for my birthday, shout out to Philadelphia Inc. They invited me. I didn't even know me, first of all. They was just like, look, you are sister, you are ink sister, come out here. And they had a block party. And do you know, it's been years since I've done a block party. I'm talking about, they had the big grill out there. They had the music. And it was just such a vibe. And I was like, man, I would love to create.
I can't. Okay. Okay.
Just really just recreating the block, giving people a safe space to be, the kids a safe space, men to have a safe space, women to have a safe place, and just like I said, just turn this generation around. Because I'm just really sad. You know, I was raised by my grandma. I was raised in a different time. I was raised by the OGs, and it was just certain morals and ethic codes that we were just taught that just don't seem like that it's around right now. So I don't know. I just want to bring it back, man. I just want happiness. I want peace. And I just, you know, I want to get my baby to college. She got 2 more years and she'll be grown. So I just want to do whatever's necessary to make sure that everybody around me eat. Like, I'm like Ace Boogie from Paid in Full. I want everybody to eat, B. We all got the same 24 hours, and I want everybody to be productive in it. That's pretty much it.
Right. So those block party days. Now you really hit home with that.
Man.
Like, I remember, I even I think me and PJ was talking about this like not too long ago. Even earlier in the big rim racing, like, we used to go to the track. We used to go out there, and it was like a family reunion. We had a good time.
Yes.
Everybody was cooking. Everybody was eating. Everybody was just having a ball. And now it's just it's kind of like how you said about, like, even just the world, like everything, even the male and female relationships. We busy talking at each other instead of talking to each other. Nobody's trying to understand or
Right.
relate, or everybody's opportunist. So the females trying to get what they can from the males trying to get what they can from the females, and, like, nobody is actually really loving on each other. You know what I mean? Whether it's in a romantic capacity or whether it's in a friend capacity.
I just
People,
feel like
I go
people
ahead.
just, I feel like we all got different positions. Don't I respect the man's position. I'm all about, my grandparents was married up until my grandpa died. So, I'm used to submission and, respect. And I feel like, with the music and everything that we got going on, women don't respect men. Women are not really respecting themselves and things like that. Like, you can still be beautiful without being half naked, or wearing a bunch of makeup, or wearing a bunch of weave, or shaking your behind at a gas station and all that. Like, we have to wonder, like, when we have kids, like, they're gonna look back at this, and I don't want my baby to be like, "Ooh, that's my mama. Like, she over there twerking on headlights. Like, this what we doing?" Like, and I ain't knocking. I'm not knocking anybody who wants to be free spirited and wants to express themselves, but I feel like there's just a way to go about it that you can do it without, like, sexualizing yourself. Because then we do that, and then when a man coming in sideways, we be like, oh, well, I'm not a hoe, and I'm not this and this. But if you're carrying yourself like that, you can't get mad. And then these men don't want to marry us because they like, I can't take you home. You over there talking about scared. Like, don't nobody want to take their woman home talking about no crap like that. Like, my grandma not going for that. Like, you know,
Right.
my grandma is old school. She religious. She from the South. She not going for, you better, your pants better be upright. Your belt better be on. You better be talking like you got some sense. You better have some school. And she gonna ask where your parents at, what school they went to, where your
Right.
grandparents at, all that. So, you know, I just, even like in the racing world, it's really sad to me because I'm from Detroit, and I'm used to the old school generation where it was like we met up. You know, they was, hey, look here, this is what we settling. This the pot right here. We had one person hold the pot. You know, they was in agreement. They took the cars off the trailer. We ran. Whoever won, you know, went a run. Everybody was cool. They shook hands. We talked shit. We went out to eat, or we had a backyard thing, and it was cool. Nobody took it serious. It wasn't getting violent. People wasn't going to the internet because we didn't have the internet. It was like, look, you lost. You know, hey, go back to the drawing board, put your motor back together, get a bigger turbo, put some more nitrous on it, whatever, and we was cool with it. And what makes me sad now is like you see these races and people run their mouth more than they run in their cars. It's like, bro, we didn't spend the whole hour arguing at the track and ain't nobody went down the track. What is we doing, yo? I did
Right.
not pay $20-$30 to come in here. I could have let y'all argue online. What I come here for if y'all was gonna do all that? And then it's just, there's no more camaraderie. Like, I hate that, man. And it's like, regardless if I beat you or you beat me, you still my dog. You know, your kids, I'm still coming to y'all recitals. You know, if your grandma died, I'm coming to the funeral. Like, it used to be just so much different. Street racing was street racing, racing at the track. It was an exciting thing. You brought out your lawn chairs, your coolers, your tents, your grill, and it was a whole day event, and it was like exciting. You know, it was
Right.
like, what did you do over the summer? Man, I went to the track. We went this and that. Yo, he was on a big tire, yo. You know, even though it was a turtle out there, we still had fun, you know. And it was just different things. And I missed the joy of it. It just seemed like people just be wanting to be first in the world. You know, even when it comes to the big rim stuff, everybody want to be first in the world. Oh, I put 30s on this. Oh, I put 32s on this. You know, oh, I mean, your car nice, but it ain't got this. It's like we so busy critiquing each other. It's like, yo, people need to build their car for them. Enjoy the process. Like, I'm enjoying the process of my car. I've been having my car for 2 years, almost going on 3, and I'm enjoying it. And there's a lot of things that I've done to the car that people haven't seen that I've done, and that's okay. Enjoy the process every step of the way. Don't let somebody rush your process. Don't let somebody come over here and critique you and tell you, oh, I mean, you did it nice. I see you went candy red, but maybe you should have went blue. Or I see you went with, you know, a 7-inch radio, but maybe you should have did an iPad. Well, maybe you should kiss my ass. How about that? Because when I went to the store, I don't remember you behind me swiping your card. When I was going out here working these doubles, I don't remember you collecting them checks with me. I don't remember you pulling up the Summit, getting them Summit bucks. So I'm trying to figure out why you so opinionated. You know, I come from a time where people would come to the car shows with their car prime, and they come with their whole family, you feel me? It didn't matter if your car was on rims. It didn't matter if your car was painted or if the motor was running. And that's what I told one of my homegirls. She got a Cutlass, and she was like, I don't want to bring my car because it's not like it. I said, trust me, baby. Everybody out here have been broke down before. You ain't going to be the first person, and you ain't going to be the last person.
Right.
And if you break down, they going to come help your pretty ass. That's the difference between you and being a dude. You break down, they coming to save you. You feel me? Somebody going to have some crescent wrench. Somebody going to have some WD-40, some brake fluid, something. They going to have something to help you.
Right.
And that's a part of your story. So when you build your car and it's right, you could be like, yo, I remember when I broke down at the car show. I remember when I was broke down on 10. You know, those are things that build character and they make you love your car. And I just want people to go back to loving their car, man. Love the process from the beginning to end. Stop buying a car already built, already painted, man. Get that piece of shit that's rusted like a motherfucker. Do the work. Be motivated in it. If it take you 10 years, 15 years, do your thing. Do what makes you happy, yo. Don't let the internet be your judge. Because they not paying for your shit. And if you break down, they gonna talk shit about you. So worry about you and your process. Like, that's it. I can't stress that enough, man. Because I see it too much.
Let me just tell you this. I do not agree with the last part. Built not bought is overrated. I am fucking buying a car already built next time. I cannot. I listen. When I started building my car,
It's
I did not
stressful.
have gray hair. I did not have gray hair. I have gray hair now. I am not doing this shit again. It's gonna be put together already. And I might change a few things. I might change the rims and change, but I am not doing a full restoration ever again. No, I will
But
not.
you know what? It's not for everybody. You know, some people, I think what discourages people is you got shops that ain't doing what they supposed to do. They keeping your cars for like a year, 2 years. You know, the shop that I took my car to, I wanted a basic black paint job. They had my car for 4 months. I get my car back after a month. My whole bumper and wing was bubbled. I'm talking about like bubble wrap. FedEx bubble wrap, okay? And I was so, when I tell you I did the ugly cry, like I slid down the wall, ugly cry, because I was so hurt. The first of all, I went without my car for months. And anybody who really love their car know it's really tough dropping off your car and walking away like, damn, I don't know when I'm gonna get my car.
Right.
So I think the shops have really discouraged people. You know, interior shops have discouraged people. You know, the COVID came around, it was hard to get parts, you know, and things like that. And I think a lot of things just went into it just discouraged you. Like, and I
Right.
feel like you shouldn't, man. Like, sis, if you need something, just reach out, man. And you don't know, but I share the fuck out of your G Body parts page. You got a
Thank
G
you.
Body? Yo, you need to follow this page right here. Yo, like my homegirl that got the Cutlass. I was like, yo, hey, follow my sis right here, man. Yo, y'all need something? Hey, follow, man. Like it's a dude that has a Impala around the corner from me. I knocked on his door and he came to the house with a pistol. I'm like, yo, bro, look. I just, you know, I don't want no problems. I see you got an Impala. I see you've been sitting there for a minute. I just want to know if you need some parts, man. My boy Impala SS Parts down in Atlanta, Impala SS Mike, they got parts, man. My boy over here got parts. Yo, you need an LI swap? Holla at my boy OTG Mechanic, or holla at my boy Done by D. Like, I'm
Right.
constantly like trying to get people to get back encouragement because it's some good people out here. Do not let these shops, these bad shops, like think that everybody's like that, because there's still some good people out here to do honest work, you know. And my boy
Right.
OTG Mechanic in Atlanta, like that's the homie, man. He gonna get you right. Make sure you follow him on IG. Done by D, follow him. And my bro Rob Taylor 504 right here in New Orleans. Follow him. Like, these are people that do good work. They gonna tell you, yo, I can do it, or no, I can't. And if I do it, it's gonna cost a little bit. And if you pay the money, it's going to be worth it. Like, everybody I named has touched Keisha in some type of way, and I like that because these are people that I rock with. They inspire me, and they make me go hard. Like, just don't be discouraged. Like, I want to see the money, sis. I want to be out the money. Like, yeah, female driven, girl power. So don't
I
be
interviewed
discouraged.
OTG Mechanic not too long ago, and yeah, I thought that was a dope concept that he only works on those type of cars. I really thought that was a dope concept.
He's a dope person, period.
Yeah.
You know, because what I learned even being a mechanic, like, you can have skills, but if you're a shitty person, it really doesn't matter.
Okay.
So when you find somebody who loves what they do, that's good at what they do, that's going to take love in what they do. They're not just, oh, you know, you want this and that. They be like, nah. I mean, I see your vision, but let me add a little bit to it. You feel me? And like from the day that I met OTG Mechanic, like, he always been thorough, always been 100. Like, when I need some center caps, he was like, look, bro, I got some like laying around in the back you can have. And I'm like, bro, you sure? Like, you sure? And he's like, yeah, man. When I come to Atlanta, bro, pull up to the shop. You know, any questions that I have, like if I don't know when it comes to my Impala, he quick to answer. Rob Taylor, quick to answer. Done by D. He helped me put my QA1 adjustable coilovers on mine. We sat up to 3 o'clock in the morning making brackets for it because they didn't send me brackets. So we had to make brackets for it to work. So we was on this cold ass cement all night working on it. Like, and I love that, man, because that's a part of my story, man. Like, these are some cool people, man.
Right.
They come to the car shows. They not like, because you meet some people and they be like super stuck up, or they feel like they got followers. And you go to a car show, you be bad excited to meet them, and then they be like, yeah, what's up? And then they walk off on you or whatnot. And I can definitely say the OTG Mechanic is like one of the people. He's gonna sit, he's gonna talk with you, he gonna kick the shit with you. He bringing his kids to the car show, and I love that people like that and like include their family too, because it lets you allow them to know them personally. And I think that's a good thing being a mechanic too. You want people to know you personally so they can be comfortable with you.
Right.
Do
You
you think?
you touched on one thing that that I absolutely hate. Like I don't I have met a couple of them people that you say are like that. That because they got a couple of followers, now all of
They'll
a
blow
sudden they
you off,
too,
girl, in a
you know.
heartbeat.
So here's the thing. This is what I tell people about me all the time. Just because I have, to me, social media popularity does not equate. I am not a celebrity. I am not rich, because if I was a celebrity and rich, I'd probably be on my own island. I ain't trying to be on social media like that. I'm gonna have somebody posting for me. I
Right.
actually make them post. It ain't somebody posting for me. And I'm just a regular. How Cardi B say I'm a regular schmegular
A
girl. Like I'm not
regular
one of them people
girl.
that's gonna be like, oh, I can't speak because I got followers on. Social media popularity don't mean I'm rich. I would be like Lil Duval. I'd be done bought me an island, baby, and be away from everybody.
Right. And I tell people this all the time. Just because you got a nice car, you can still be a lame motherfucker with a Hellcat. You can still be like character does not take away. Like, I don't care how rich you are, I don't care how many cars you got, how rimmed up you are, you still a lame ass motherfucker. Like,
Right,
that's just like, it is what it is. Like, nothing you can do can take away. If you're a shitty person, you're a shitty person. And I
right,
tell people, I don't care how many followers. Like, if you see me, speak, yo. Like, I'm
right,
cooler than the other side of the pillow with the AC blowing on high and the fan going on high speed. You feel me? I'm cool. If you want to kick it with me, you want to ask questions, I'm mad approachable. If you need help in something, I try my best to help in any way I can. I don't care if I got 100,000 followers or 1,000,000 followers. Like, I'm still gonna be me at the end of the day, because I came from nothing. So I can relate to people on that. Like, I'm never going to change from that, because I love who I am. I'm comfortable who I am, and nothing is going to change that. Like, social media did worse than crack did in the 80s. Like, it really gave people a platform to feel like they bigger than what they really are. And make people forget, like, yo, when you get off this internet, you still whack as hell. You still broke. You still this or that. Like, do not make it seem like you're something more than what you, like, it's okay to be you. It is
right,
really okay to just be you. You do not have to be a celebrity. I don't want to be a celebrity.
right,
I want to still go to the hood and kick it with my folks. I still want to go to Walmart and be okay. Like, I don't want all that, man. I still want to be the around the way girl that everybody be like, yo, that's Tiff. Yo, like, when I come in a room, I want people to get excited. Like, yo, is that Tiff? Yo, is that Letty? Yo, that's my dog right there. Yo, like, yo, that's my peoples. I want people to be like excited. I want them to be like, ugh, here come this chick right here. Ugh. I mean, so it's still gonna be some people that feel like that, but I want
right,
more people to love me and to feel comfortable and just know, like, yo, like, if I need something, I know I can go to Tiff. I know she gonna tell me what's right, and I know she gonna tell me what's wrong, and they could trust that. I like being trustworthy. I don't really care about the other stuff, man. I come from a generation we didn't even have social media.
right,
I really wish this shit would go down. Like, if I could, I would really shut down all my social media and go back to the old days of just hustling word to word with my business. But I can't deny that social media is helpful for business purposes. But I think some
right.
people take it like too much to their head. Maybe they wasn't loved enough as a kid. Maybe they didn't hear "I love you" enough. Maybe they didn't get enough kisses. I don't know. But I need you to look inside yourself and look in the mirror and just be real with yourself, okay? Like, just be with yourself.
Well, here's the thing. You touched on it a lot. I say this quite often. Just because you got a car or a couple cars and a couple of dollars now, you've been lame since daycare. You was lame in elementary school. You was lame in middle
That's
school. You
all I'm
was lame in high
saying.
school. If you went to college, you was lame then.
Right.
You just still a lame with a couple dollars and a couple
You just a
cars.
lane with a Hellcat now. That's it. That's the only thing to change. You just a lane with a Hellcat. And half these people that's going out here getting these cars, they don't know shit. Like, I ask people, like, I have customers, and I don't really care about it, but I have some people that be like, I see them all on social media. Oh, I got this and that, and they don't even know what the W stand for with the oil. They think the W stands for weight, and it really stands for winter. So, and look that up. You're more than welcome to Google that, my people out here. W does not stand for weight with the oil. It stands for winter. Look it up. Some people don't know their tire size. They don't know when the
Right,
last time they checked their oil. They don't know certain things. So it's like, you all on social media, talking about you got a Hellcat, or you got this donk, or you got this and that, and you don't even check your tire pressures. You don't even know
right,
what your tire pressure is supposed to be. You don't even know where to find your VIN number at. Like, you don't,
Right.
like, there's certain things that people just, they just get in the car and drive. And I feel like that's really sad. And that's why I want to educate. Because, like, some
Right.
people are naive and I can understand it. But some people are just ignorant. You know, they don't care. They just like, whatever, I got a nice car and I'm just driving it. Like, I want to educate people. I want to show you where your oil is, or, you know, show you where to find your VIN number, or what tire size it is, or what tire pressure you needed, or whatever the case may be. Like, I want people to be educated. Don't just be out here driving these cars and then one thing that you have to learn when coming to racing, you have to respect the machine. Do
Right.
not get into these Hellcats. Do not be building these motors and just be driving, because that's how you kill yourself. Respect the machine. If it's between you and the machine gonna always work. Get to know your car. When you get to know your car, you will do some great things. And it don't matter how fast you is, because if you can't get off that 60, it don't mean nothing. Spinning ain't winning, baby. If you can't get
Right.
that power to them back wheels, I don't care how much power you pushing. Your
Right.
shit's still slow. I'm still putting my hazard lights on. I'm still letting my hair blow out the wind. And my little naturally aspirated car. While you still trying to figure out why your supercharger is sounding loud but ain't going nowhere. And that's what people don't understand too. They're not really building their cars. They just jumping in these cars and like, oh, I'm going fast. How you gonna build? How you gonna beat me? You don't know shit. You don't know nothing about the tree. You don't know about having a jigs app and practicing the tree and shit like that. You know, they don't know
Right.
nothing about that. You ain't been to Summit where your whole paycheck getting a camshaft. You know, they don't know nothing about that. So it's like, you can't talk that shit to me. I've been around cars my whole life. I discovered wrenches before Barbies. That's why on my chain I got an adjustable wrench with my name on it, and I got a piston. I always tell people I kind of describe myself as an adjustable wrench, because adjustable wrench is adaptable. Anytime you ain't got the right wrench or the right tool, trust me, a crescent wrench is going to come through. I'm adaptable and I'm versatile. I come through in any situation that don't matter. So that's what I got, and I got my name on it. Then I got a piston, because I mean, I'm force internal. I'm strong, baby. I don't care how much you beat me up. I'm still running. So that's the way I look at it.
So this is my last question, and then I'm gonna let you get out of here because I know you
Yeah.
pulled over to talk to me.
Yeah, I got to get back to New Orleans.
I know, right? So, my last question is, when it's all said and done, what would you like for your legacy to be?
Really, I just I just want people to be happy. I want people to get to a point to just be at peace, man. You know, before I became a mechanic, I used to be a CNA. And I had this couple, they was like 105, 106. I'm talking about cognitive. They was walking, running. I'm talking about they was like legit. And I was like, yo, what's your secret? And they was like happiness. They was like, when you get to a point in life where you don't care about nothing, you're not worried about nothing, and you just really just be happy and at peace, you live longer. So my legacy that I want for people to see me chasing my dream, no matter how many closed doors it is, just know that you can kick them bad boys down. And if they don't let you through the door, create one. You know, I want to create opportunities. I want people to get ahead. I want people to chase their dreams. I don't want you to be scared. You know, I want you to be able to jump off the porch. I don't know, I want to be the example. I feel like Martin Luther King. I feel like Malcolm X. I feel like Rosa Parks and all these different people. Like, if I got to be the sacrificial lamb, if I got to be the one getting beat up, if I got to be the one that's getting dragged through the mud to open up the door to people that want to do something, I'm willing to do that. If I got to die behind that, I'm willing to do that, because I believe so much in my dream. And for other people to do it, that's just what I'm ready to do. So that's what I want my legacy to be about. I just want to help people.
So you want your legacy to be that you help people and you made a way.
I made a way, man. That's all we could do, man. I just want to be a bridge across the water. That's it. If I don't do nothing else, I feel like that's my purpose, is to help people. I love people. I love the people at the end of the day. I want to do nothing but great stuff.
Bro, you better stop. You're finna make me
I'm
cry. That's somebody cutting. I
sorry.
ain't.
I'm sorry. I'm just really passionate about this shit, man. I think about it all the time. I dream about it. I manifest it. I write it on paper. I put it on my wall. Every morning I get up, I'm looking at it. I'm talking to God. I reach out to people. How's your mental? How you doing today, man? I know you're going through something, man. You know, I'm just always just trying to make sure everybody, I don't care if I'm not going through the best. Like, I come on here and I make my videos, and I get on my videos and I be crying, but you'll never know, because I feel like if I can put out good energy, if I can make your day, if I could do whatever, that's what I'm willing to do, man. I'm willing to make the sacrifice to
Right.
see somebody else win, to see somebody else happy, because I didn't have nobody. I didn't have nobody supporting me. You know,
Right.
I grew up in foster care. I grew up in group homes. You know, I done had the worst of the stuff happen to me. I done been raped. I done been molested. I done been in an abusive relationship. I done had everything that you could possibly have happen in life. I've had happen to me, and I still get up and smile, because energy is everything, man. And if I can make somebody believe the unbelievable, that's what it is, man. Like I just want people to be happy, man. There's too many people out here committing suicide. So many people out here going to depression. So many people feeling like they can't talk about things, and I just want to, just like I said, just create spaces where people can talk. They can vent.
Yeah.
They can chase their dream. They can do whatever, man. If you need to talk to me, holler at me, man. Like, I'm here. I'm here as much as possible, as much as I can, man.
Yeah, I always say when I wake up in the morning, it's a choice for me to be happy. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
I make a conscious decision every day to be happy. Now, with that being said, I'm not making light of anybody's situation, because some people's mental health is not where they can literally make the choice to be happy every day.
Thank
But
you.
if you do have the capability to be happy every day and make other people's day, like you said, you'll call people and see if they're doing good. Do wellness checks on your people. Check on your people.
Especially the people
You get what I'm
who
saying?
you think is so strong.
Right,
You know, you never know what somebody might be going through. People are, well, I'm fine you to death,
right,
and they don't be fine. So just, it's just simple to just hit somebody up and say how, even if you don't know people, try to just once a day just do something out the kindness of your heart.
right.
I meet strangers, like, I take the ferry back and forth home. I
Mhm.
paid for like 5 people behind me just because I was like, you know what? I don't know who might be on their last $2. You know what?
Right,
I'm not gonna do nothing but probably go get some junk food or some food. Anybody who know me know I love food. So I'm like, I ain't gonna do nothing but go get some gumbo or a po' boy. So let me take this money and help like 5 people get on the ferry. Or you know what? I might see somebody struggling or somebody with kids or whatever. It's just sometimes it just feels good to just do something for somebody else, because I was that person that was struggling. I had a
right,
baby at 17, straight up out of high school, and I struggled. So I know what it's like to struggle. I know what it's like to fall down. I know what it's like to be in the streets. I know what it's like to be in and out of jail. Like I know what it is. So I'm not judgmental at all. So I just, if you can help somebody, do it, man. And do it without telling other people, because I hate people that try to do things for attention. Like if you're gonna do something out of the kindness of your heart. And if you're not gonna have the right intentions, I'd rather you just not do it.
right.
Period. Just don't even do it. Keep it to yourself.
Anything else you want everybody to know or to talk about before we get
The
out of
only
here?
thing I want to tell people is to be safe and be fucking great. That's it. Like great, like capital work, like great. Be great. Be great in whatever you do. I don't care what you do, how you do it, how long you do it. Be great, yo. F them and F it. That ain't got nothing to do with you. Get somebody else to do it.
Right. Man, listen, this was a great, great, great interview. I appreciate you taking the time to pull over in your truck and talk to us for over an hour, because I know you probably want to go ahead and get back
Yeah, I gotta get back
home.
to my wiggle wagons, man. I gotta get back. I'm the I-10 interstate trapper, man. I gotta
Right,
get down because I work for a food company, so we supply hospitals, we supply schools, we supply different stuff like that. For the people that don't have that lunch money, you feel me? I'm making sure that food getting to them schools and whatnot for them. People that's sick at the hospital, we making sure we getting food to it. And I really want to shout out my company, U.S. Foods. They love me. They treat me well. They taught me a lot. They stand behind their people. If you want to apply, Indeed, definitely get on with US Food. They take care of their people over here. You see, I've been almost a year now, and I love it, man. I love what I do. I love what I stand for. So shout out to US Foods, man. Shout out to my mentors. Shout out to the people that believe in me. And even shout out to the people that didn't. I'm going to pray for you. And I'm going to pray for the people that doubt my sis over there, because she fucking great. Okay? Taurus gang.
Hey
And
man,
thank
I
you for
want to tell
having
you.
me.
Oh man, it's a given. But one thing I do want to tell you is because I really do believe in giving people their flowers. I appreciate how since I have known you, you have been nothing but inspirational to me, and you don't just really just say you give people their flowers. You really have always given me my flowers, and in a in a male driven
Yep.
hobby
Me too, girl.
or line or whatever people call it in the male driven car world, um you have always uh treated me with the utmost respect, and I have to tell you I greatly appreciate that.
I love you, sis, man. I love everything that you got going on. I believe in you. When you first told me you wanted to jump off the porch, I was like, sis, do it. Do it. I mean, because we Taurus gang. I mean, we hustlers by nature anyway. But anytime I see another woman trying to do something, I'm going to be behind it. I'm always going to be supportive. And anybody, male, woman, kid, I don't care race. I don't care about nothing. If you got a dream and you chasing it, I'm going to support you. I don't care what it is. I'm going to support you. I don't care if you're making lemonades. I'm squeezing lemons. I don't care if you're selling balloons. I'm blowing up balloons. Like it's whatever. I'm rolling up my sleeve. How can I help? Whatever. I'm out there, and this is the way it is. I just want other people to be inspired by that and do the same. Let's just
Right.
be there for each other, man.
Right.
That's the least we can do.
Right. Support is important. We gotta support each other.
Definitely.
So, ma'am, I'm gonna let you be great and get on back to New Orleans. Man, I love you to death, man. And this is not the last time you're gonna be on Rise and Vibes. You will be back. Um, and one of these days we're gonna do something special. We're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna call you. We're gonna talk about it. I got an idea, so we're gonna
Okay,
definitely
well,
do
let
something
me know.
special.
And I
Yeah.
got to hook up with Coco too. So, I love y'all, man.
All right, ma'am. Well, thank you so much for sitting down to answer our questions and let us be nosy and pry in your business.
Nah, it's all
I
good. I love it.
appreciate you. I appreciate you. You enjoy the rest of your night and be safe out there in your wiggle wagons.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, have a good one.
You too.
Okay, guys. If y'all missed any of today's episode of Rides and Vibes, you can catch the replay on YouTube. Click the link in my bio and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And you can catch up on any of the past episodes. We've been doing this now since 2019. So if you have not seen all of the past shows, make sure you just go catch up on them, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And lastly, the Black Tie Culture Gala is October 14th from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. If you have not gotten your tickets, make sure you click the link in the bio and go ahead and grab your early bird tickets before they go off special on the 14th of this month, which is in 2 days. So thank you guys for tuning into this episode of Rides and Vibes. I will see you guys next Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Have a good night.